Let me give you this deep thought. Maybe it's too deep for many of you. I don't know. I almost didn't put it in here, but God said for me just to put it out there and let you chew on it for a while. And the deep thought is this. We can use our free will to give up our free will. We can use our free will to give up our free will. What does that mean by free will? That ability to choose. And so the same ability to choose, the same free will that I've been using to choose to sin, the same free will that I've been using to glutton or to be hateful to my wife, the same free will that I have been using to do bad, I can use that same free will to give up control and lose my free will. I sense that's what Jesus is talking about in Mark 8:35. He says, if you try to hang on to your life, you will lose it. But if you give up your life for my sake and for the sake of the good news, you will save it. What's he saying? He's saying you've got free will. You can choose to hang on or you can choose to give up. It's up to you. But if we take our ability to choose and surrender it to God, he then makes us fear him. If you say, oh God, you've given me the ability to choose. And I know I am not going to choose to fear you on my own. I'm too much of a knucklehead. And so, God, I use my free will to give up my free will, and I'm asking you, make me fear you. Let me tell you something. That's a prayer that God answers every time. That's a prayer that God wants. Why? Because that is where your happiness is found. Some of you right now, you have never been happy. Why? Because unfortunately, you've lived in a culture. Unfortunately, you've lived in a society. Unfortunately, you lived in a house and in a family that never taught you to fear God. And if you don't fear God, there is no happiness. Your level of happiness is equal to your level of fear of the Lord.